There is no xenophobia in South Africa. It's just a group of charlatans, extortionists, disruptors, corrupt individuals who want to extort the foreign nationals.
But is that not xenophobia targeting African foreign nationals?
That's why it's not xenophobia. It's gangsterism. It's sponsored by government. The government is fully involved to distract our people from major issues. How can an ordinary person manhandle a man in front of the police? Because it's a crime on its own. Let's go and check the cases of rape. Who raped South African women? South African man. Who beats up South African children? South African man. Majority of the prisoners there is not Zimbabwe, it's not Ghana, it's not Nigeria. It's not DRC. It's South African man.
That is Julius Malema, the president of the EFF, answering to the question which they asked him by the journalist of the Sky News concerning these matters, the so-called xenophobic attack in South Africa. Julius Malema's message was very clear. Yes, regardless of what we all know, what is his position, but it was very clear to remind these people, this mainstream who are busy propaganding, saying that there is a xenophobic attack in South Africa, to tell them that no, that's a false accusation. There's no such a thing. Because in South Africa, we have more than 100 nationalities who lives in South Africa for many years, and there's no such a thing. But when they ask him about whatsoever has been seen on the screen about March to March and Operation Dudula, Malema was very clear to say that these people, they are well sponsored by the politicians, and he even went far by blaming the ruling government, saying that the government, the one who are sponsoring these people in order for them to come and do whatsoever they are doing. But this, it's something which takes us back to what I've been telling you for some times now, because this should not be new. Something surprisingly for those who've been watching us for all these years. You will remember I always tell you guys that if you pay attention very well to South Africa politics, whenever we are about to have elections in South Africa, this kind of things always comes up. Yes, this kind of things like foreigner, Abahambe, it always comes up. Why? Because there are those ones who are coming forward to use this as an excuse in order for them to gain votes from South Africa. We all know how these people operate. We all know how their leadership behave around. And those ones who came from Norway seeking South Africans' votes, once they were being given votes in order for them to deal with this so-called problem of foreigners in South Africa, or illegal immigrants as they call it. These people, they never done nothing. I remember people such as Gayton McKenzie, who came and said that once he's being elected or once he's being in power, you'll make sure that it's going to switch off the machine. It's going to go to all the government hospital to switch off the machine so that these foreigners can go back home.
They are going to go home. Halakan haistukan. Abahambe. Abahambe. We don't want illegal foreigners here. Where the PA, after we've been sworn in, I'm going straight to Rahima Musa Hospital, where we're going to switch off the oxygen of illegal foreigners.
But until now, can you guys tell me how many machines these men have switched? Instead, all we see now is it has become pro-President Ramaphosa. You can't speak bad about President Ramaphosa. You can't attack President Ramaphosa. You're kind of like praising him and saying all these good, beautiful things.
To say about the judgment. The judgment didn't speak about President Ramaphosa. The judgment spoke about the process that parliamentarians followed. That was not a correct process. But I also want to be clear, so you mustn't be... There's no PA that will vote for the impeachment of President Ramaphosa. We will vote against the impeachment of President Ramaphosa, because we understand what His Excellency is doing in this country as far as nation building is concerned, and every man is innocent according to our constitution until proven guilty.
Do you guys still remember how he had to remind us that no, these oppositions are making noise for nothing because him now is sitting on the table where big decisions are being taken? This is a easy way to make you guys understand that these people who are coming up with this excuse of saying that foreign nationals are the cause of this and the cause of that is just a political strategies which they are actually targeting the weak sides and try to manipulate the weak minds. Yes, to show you that this is not the truth of whatsoever we're seeing is happening on social media. How many members from the ANC have come forward and try to educate South Africans or tell them the truth of what is happening, that that's not something, it's not the right way to take? They are all quiet. Why? Because they know that if they open their mouth to speak the truth, it's going to cost them tomorrow when it comes to the elections that will take place soon. But among them, how many politicians we see coming forward to speak the truth? You guys you saw yesterday, former President of the Republic of South Africa, President Thabo Mbeki, did not beat around the bush by telling them the truth, that the problem is not foreigner, but the problem is the government.
We've got many problems here. Problem legitimately raised. Huge levels of unemployment. That's correct. High levels of crime. That's correct. But the finger is being pointed at wrong people. The levels of high unemployment in this country are not due. They are not due to undocumented Africans. They are not. We know the history in detail of how South Africa, 1994 to 2000, 2008, 2009, the country goes up like this. Growth rates reach 6%. From 2009 goes the opposite direction. It wasn't caused by undocumented immigrants. The people who caused that, you look at it, that decline, they are laughing in a corner there. Because we're pointing not at them, but we're pointing somewhere else. It's wrong. So it's a problem the South Africans must deal with.
President Thabo Mbeki said so. Why? Because he knows the truth. And this same truth, all these politicians, they know. Besides President Thabo Mbeki, minister in the presidency, what did she say not long ago, few hours ago?
But we can't say foreigners are not allowed in South Africa. It's only illegal, undocumented foreign national. And I've indicated in my speech the measures we're undertaking to make sure that we secure our borders, but also we deal with illegal migration, and also to make sure the deportation of the people who are in the country undocumented are left the country. And I've reiterated in all my speeches, the budget vote speeches, we've got 55,000 refugees in the country. We've got 82,000 asylum seekers in the country. That number is not a threat. And they're allowed to stay here because they've been granted and they comply with our rules.
After saying many things about how foreigners they need to be protected, we need them, blah, 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 she was being criticized.